gravestone.
The idea that monkeys was the cause of this incident was totally ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
It's totally ridiculous.
It's totally ridiculous. And keep that sound clip in your back pocket. You may need it later. But yeah, so this Gordon Gallup guy, he is really patting himself on the back for coming up with the term Humanzee, which is kind of a stupid term. I mean,
it's very stupid.
I remember this now from years ago. Like when he said that, I was like, oh shit, I remember Oliver the monkey. This was like years and years ago. I remember seeing a documentary or something about this, and I think it was called the Humanzee.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wait, but, Rob, you grew up around Montauk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
All right.
Nothing weird about that.
Nothing weird about that. Okay.
We'll get back to Rob and the monkey Manzee Humanzee soon, but June's contact goes on to talk about the dark history of the Humanzee.
And then Gallup reveals a deep, dark secret about a government research center, a place called Yerkes.
What? There's been a persistent rumor that at the Yerkes Primate Center there was an attempt to artificially inseminate a female chimpanzee with human semen from an obviously undisclosed donor. And that not only did conception occur, but pregnancy went full term and eventuated in a live birth. And within a week or two after the baby was born, the people that did this began to consider the implications of what they'd done, and they euthanized the infant without ever telling anybody about it.
And you're certain?
Well, one of my professors, when I was a graduate student, was at the original Yerkes Primate Center in Orange Park, Florida at the time, and he told me that it was true. He was a pretty credible person.
Yeah, unlike you, it seems. So yeah, he talks about a place called the Yerkes Primate Center in Florida, which has since moved from Florida to Georgia, but where a chimpanzee was artificially inseminated. Like how they mentioned anonymously. Like, who's taking credit for that anyway? But it's also weird that they're like, it came to full term, it was born. It wasn't until this crazy monkey hybrid was born that they said, maybe this isn't a great idea. Let's just kill this fucking thing. I got fucked up.
Hold on a second.
That's sad music.
What?
Do you realize that we're making human chimpanzee? I'd like, just someone looking up for like their test tubes and shit. Like, wait a second.
Yeah,
we're making human chimpanzee hybrids here, right?
Yeah,
and nobody had ever thought of that before, and they're like,
no, because they're just sitting around
in a laboratory with petri dishes.
You know, it's
pretty much.
Yeah, they're sitting around in their laboratory with their pee-pee dishes, and they're inseminating chimps, and it's not fucking cool to fucking just kill these animals because you messed up.
When that sad music,
a better reason than that.
When that sad music kicked in, that got me for a second. It made me sad. They did a good job.
Yeah. So June sends the info along to Jesse, and he has to process all this shocking information.
Remember this word, Humanzee.
A human what?
Humanzee. I've got another one for you too.
Yerkes.
Yerkes.
It's a government research center where they created
The Humanzee.
It's getting really bizarre, man. And the dangerous thing is that we found out is that where they store these human DNA sheep is right next to the slaughterhouse on the farm. Me and Sean saw it. Easily, these sheep could wander in.
Or be put in there and
put in there, end up in a local market, and then we got cannibalism. Because
cannibalism?
Look, I definitely could see how, in the wrong hands, this type of technology and this type of experimentation could escalate to something bigger and darker.
Look you're talking to me now about sheep that have human livers. I get a phone call talking about humanzees.
Human what?
So Jesse's inner monologue right now must sound a little bit like this.
Oh, this is nuts! something.
Oh my gosh, this is so crazy!
That level of mirth. Oh, this is so crazy. I have so much to say about this shit right now. One, he was worried that that the sheep were gonna accidentally wander into the slaughterhouse. Like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, no, get over here. You're getting dead. How does that happen? Do things just wander into a slaughterhouse?
That's the thing, that their part makes no sense, and it's like the Humanzee thing is way more of a shocking thing. But he has to impress Dad, and he's like, "Well, we got these human sheep. I mean, this one's winking at me, but they're jumping the slaughterhouse. I think I ate one earlier." He's like, "You got." God damn it, you got human liver, Humanzee. It's like him saying the word is so funny.
They're like,
oh yeah, when he said like, oh, and then you got cannibalism, but then you got cannibalism.
Every
but
time
then I heard him say animalism or something.
Every time they say Humanzee, one of them goes, "A human what?"
Yeah, like no, I didn't say human. I said human. For one, listen better.
It's so funny.
Human.
So Jesse goes on, and he meets a man with a great name named William Hurlbutt. And no lie, William Hurlbutt. He's not a character from Beavis and Butthead, but he is a real person, and he tries to get confirmation on these so-called Humanzees.
Human what?
Hurlbutts.
Humanzee!
Right on time. Dr. William Hurlbutt. He specializes in something called bioethics, advising the government on how far researchers can cross into Frankenstein territory. Now, Doctor, some of this stuff I'm finding out is pretty damn scary. And you're in the center of this. You're at Stanford. Tell me the worst scenario in your opinion right now. What could be the worst thing that your colleagues could create today that would cause the most trouble?
I talked with a Harvard professor who was thinking that he'd like to mix human and chimp genes in a new creature to see what each gene did.
Then what do you call it? Is it a human?
Well, some people call it, if it was a chimp and a Humanzee.
That confirms it. This is the real deal. You know, as in the world of Frankenstein, you can start with good intention, and you can end up creating a monster. Is a monster being created here?
Well, we have to be attentive to that. Some people want to enhance humans for the bio-Olympics, maybe even as some sort of domestic slaves.
Slaves? Something big definitely is at play here. But what or who is it?
Oh my gosh. So much to learn from William Hurlbutt. And what was that about the bio-Olympics? I paid attention to sports.
Tell me about
don't you listen to Sports Lords? You should know all about the bio-Olympics.
Yeah.
The bio.
Diego was always talking about it.
The Hurlbutt competition and the Humanzees. Yeah, he's like, what are they supposed to be? Are they slaves? Like,
that sounded like a good sound clip. I don't know if you happen to get that, but slaves?
Slaves?
He just loves to say Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
There's too many damn Frankensteins in this world. I'm not liking this.
I know, but yeah, like Dalton Woodcocks. Yeah.
So you got, Hurlbutt pretty much has blown his mind at this point. I love how Hurlbutt can he says the word Humanzee. He's like, that confirms it. Humanzees are out there, guys.
How? How does that confirm it?
It doesn't. You can't just say something to Jesse Ventura and that is a confirmation of everything. So, but it goes on, and Jesse learns more from Mr. Hurlbutt.
What you're saying is this by the rich, the powerful, or whoever could become extremely dangerous because they could start creating their own slaves, for lack of a better term.
Well, I'm not accusing anybody of this, but I'm saying this would be possible.
What would it fall under in the United States? Who would oversee the morality of this issue?
United States Congress. We don't have
Oh boy! So we got to rely on them.
Yes, we can.
They can't even do a budget, and yet we're going to put our hope in these bunch of bozos that get elected, these Democrats and Republicans.
Well, I know that's a problem.
I'm in the Reform Party. I'm in the Green Party. These guys are bozos.
Was he really in the Green Party?
Ross Perot. Oh, no, he was independent. And
no,
Okay.
well, he got
As
elected.
governor.
He got elected governor under the Reform Party. He's the only Reform Party candidate to ever become governor. But later he switched to Green Party afterwards.
Interesting.
I think he is now a member. Let me see. He's in the Humanzee Party. Or the
Human what?
And him and Hurlbut are gonna run for president together. So
honestly, why not?
Hurlbut has a lot of information, and let's hear now as Hurlbut takes the conspiracy even deeper in the hurl of his butt. Now,
I've heard the word Yerkes, where they literally, tell me if this is true or not, created one of these Humanzees.
You know, there are rumors like that. There's rumors about DARPA.
DARPA, the super secret Pentagon agency, the one that develops weapons and defense technologies. DARPA's making Humanzees?
Yes, that's one of the things we have to be careful about. With regard to Yerkes, I do know some of the researchers there, but I don't know everything.
Would it be worth my team and me to go out and check this place out, this Yerkes? If I don't have enough reason to head to this Yerkes place, Alex Jones is about to give me another. Hey.
No.
Oh!
What?
Well, it's time to make this shit get fucking real because Alex Jones is getting in on this action now.
My God, it's not just another guy named Alex Jones. It's the Alex Jones.
Oh, no, it's not actually it's a different guy.
Really? That guy.
I got so
Are
excited.
you kidding me? This is the Unbelievers podcast. You think they would have a fucking fake Alex Jones? Hell no. This is 2012, all right?
Yes.
Now he's brought out the big guns, okay? 2012, in his prime, Alex Hamburger Jones he's going to transmogrify, if that's even a word, this entire investigation. Let's hear it.
What do you know about this stuff?
Yerkes is a primate research facility, one of the most preeminent in the world. And it supposedly is just a university-run program. That's its cover. But DARPA, that invented all the modern weapon systems, they are in charge of it. And they, for decades, have been trying to splice humans with chimpanzees.
And then, Alex hits me with a huge bombshell.
They're looking for super soldiers.
They're looking to create a super-type soldier. Humanzee super soldiers. Now it all makes sense.
Oh, now it makes sense. Like, that's all he had to say was the freaking super soldiers. I get it now.
I'm tired of talking to these nerds. Let's get Alex Jones in here to really get my goat going here. That's... So, yeah, if you're going to take anyone's word in 2012 about a conspiracy, it had to be Alex Jones. Now, I don't want to hear what anything he's done in the last 3 or 4 years or during the Trump election and all that. This is vintage, a perfect time Alex Jones when the world wanted to believe everything he said, and Jesse for sure wants to believe everything he says. And I want to say,
transmognified it, if that's a word. To the most delicious burger in the galaxy.
Oh, Humanzee. Nom, 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 nom.
This Humanzee has no ketchup, no pickles, no lettuce.
It's a satanic Humanzee.
No.
Oh, this is so great. So, if you were wondering why we picked this episode, I know Alex Jones appears in a lot of them, but this is prime. I wish he actually had more to do with it, but yeah, I love how he's like, "No, it all makes sense." Like that might have to be a clip.
Yeah, please.
If Alex Jones tells you anything, and your first response is, "Wow," now you know this makes sense. Then it's probably 2012, not 2019. So Alex isn't done yet, and let's hear some more.
The military and the controllers who like to play God are potentially looking at a Planet of the Apes idea system.
Only in Planet of the Apes took over. And this is at that Yerkes place.
Yerkes. Lawrenceville, Georgia. They created Humanzees decades ago. It's real. God knows how advanced it is now. Governor, this isn't science fiction. It's documented, and you can break this cover up wide open.
Why can't you